Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is I, Ryan Smith, back in this podcast. Just kidding. I'm not
Hey,
Ryan
Ryan.
Smith. Hey, Connor, what's up? Hey, Adam. So yeah,
We've got
as you can
someone
see,
new here
we
today.
got a few changes. Ryan's away to Iceland for some reason.
He's ditching us.
Yep, he's away.
Yes.
And so we got Joel here, Joel Stevenson.
Hello. Hello,
Um,
everyone.
you may know him from nothing.
Nothing.
But yep. Well, we kind of actually got him
My
last.
unlisted videos.
Kind of got him last minute. So thanks for coming here, Joel.
No problem.
Really appreciate it.
And I decided to host today because I'm amazing. So
You are amazing.
yeah.
We love you.
Thanks, babes. Love you too. So how are you guys doing today?
Doing well.
Yeah.
Excited for what's up for today.
Mm.
Because, getting a bit old with Ryan, we have to move on.
Oh, I hate Ryan.
This is a new stage.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited. Not only because I was kind of forced in here by gunpoint, but like
Well, I didn't force
I'm
my gunpoint. I might like kicked the door in kind of and said, "Joel, come with us, Joel." So, if I were Ryan, I'd ramble on about how good my day's going, but I'm not. So I'm going to go straight into the questions.
Yeah.
So, first, I'm going to talk to you about film theory. So basically, I found, totally not Ryan, some ideas about some theories of movies. So like,
hey guys, and welcome to Game Theory.
oh, that's a really good impression actually. But found some theories about films. So like, say, I don't know, example, what if Batman is like in a coma because like the thug that killed his parents like kneecapped him or some
Theory
shit.
is now that Robin is actually Batman.
Robin used to be Batman, but that's a different thing.
But things like that, yeah.
But you probably get what I'm talking about.
It's
Film theory.
like a theory outside of the actual film.
Do you understand what I'm talking about with theories? So like,
There's a
Yeah,
theory,
but
there's a
I
theory.
don't understand how Robin could. Robin had to be
It's-
adopted. How could a child be in a coma with a real bat?
I don't know. It's I
Let's
made that
move
up.
along.
I made that crap up. So, well, the first theory is about the worst film in existence, Finding Nemo. So, if you'd remember in the film's opening scene, Merlin, like same name as like that wizard guy, he's a fish, and he wakes up from an attack. There's like an attack on his family.
Are you talking about Merlin?
Yeah, his name's
Oh.
Marlin. His name's Marlin. Yeah, I haven't seen that film in such a long time. But it begins with an attack, and there's only one egg that survived. And guess what the fish is called inside that egg?
James
Dory. I
Charles.
mean Nemo. Nemo. Yeah. So Nemo's alive, but there's a theory that suggests that Marlin, the father, only imagined that that son survived, which means that Nemo isn't real and the whole film isn't real. And I wish it wasn't real because I hate it.
So the theory is that it's like a daydream.
The theory is that Marlin's insane and he imagines he has a son and he has to go on this big adventure. Like the thing with him and Dory's probably real, to try to find Nemo, but Nemo's not real. So that's the theory of
Well,
it.
Finding Nemo wasn't really real in the first
Then-
place.
Yeah.
To be fair.
So there was nothing to actually find.
Is every theory just like from the one that you given me as an example? Just it was imagined it never actually happened.
Well, Joel, confession
just
here.
literally all
I
of
haven't
them.
read them, so
Theories are based out of
This-
the actual movie.
This is so
Yeah.
unprepared.
oh, it could have been more prepared, but I don't give a shit. I'm vegan now. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
Yay! Shout
talk
out.
Oh, you started that
We'll
today.
talk
Yes.
We're talking more about that in the next.
We'll talk more
podcast.
about that in the next podcast. But I'm vegan for a month, so give me some love, give me some support.
Yeah, some
I was
support.
vegan for an hour before.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Joel! Well done.
Thank you.
So the next theory is from a film. Not many of you have heard of it, probably, called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
No.
Who's Roald Dahl? So, did you ever think that there's something a bit creepy about the film, about how there's this bit where it shows Willy Wonka's past about there's this dentist guy and he's like fixing Willy Wonka's teeth.
That's his dad.
And the
dad.
dentist is his dad, and he's also Count Dooku. Well, you ever find that creepy?
And
Well,
then
you're
he
not
goes
alone.
into a forest to colonize it for the Empire.
Many people have thought that because of that scene alone, Willy Wonka is actually a calculated murderer who takes delight in luring the children into his factory and planning out each of their demises as part of a type of Saw type sequence.
Well,
So
I
what
can
do you
see
think
where
of
you're
that?
coming from because of the fact that there's like the 5 or so kids off at the start, and then at the end there's one.
Yeah.
And like, if you think, like, if they didn't really show like like he traumatized those kids realistically.
well, my opinion is
I
right.
wouldn't-
So, Willy Wonka, he basically just kidnapped a bunch of Oompa Loompas and made them slaves. So, of course, he is not going to care about the safety regulations in his factory. And then when he brings in kids, he just kind of forgotten to make
Oh,
it
yeah.
safe.
He's like a cross between Michael Jackson and Peter Pan. Like, that's what he does.
He does children.
So yeah, I believe that theory. I believe he's a murderer because look at him.
I think he's a murderer of Oompa Loompas, but not of the
Well,
children.
I
Just
would say
indirectly.
he more traumatizes
See-
children than actually kills them.
The old film that Joel has admitted he like fell asleep. He's bored at.
Oh no! I did not fall asleep in it.
Oh,
I
no,
was
he
so bored
cried.
that I cried.
Yeah, so where he
during-
cried. The old film Willy Wonka doesn't seem that insane looking. He looks more like a classic old man. The new
Yeah.
one with well, not new, but the latest one with Johnny Depp. He looks
Psycho.
he looks like the Joker. Like he looks psychotic. So yeah, I believe
He
that.
looks like Johnny Depp.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's more like I'm pretty sure that he is a bit like he has a bit some like psychologically wrong with him because you could tell like whenever he's like doing this like laugh and so it's like not laughing properly.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like that's kind of what you expect from that director. I've forgotten his name. Tim
Oh.
Burton.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim Burton made that.
Yeah, that's why it's all gothic and all.
Oh. Sponsorship. Welch Wednesday Addams. No, don't do that. So the next one is Harry Potter. So you two are obviously familiar with Harry Potter, right?
Is that the basketball game
Yeah, it's the basketball game. No, we're
with Potter Harry
Potter Harry.
basketball?
No, we're very familiar with Harry Potter because we have a tech mate who is very much in love with Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, I was
So-
gonna say you should have brought Aaron in here
Yeah.
instead.
Just was it? Air.
Anne! Yeah.
It's uncanny how much she adores Daniel Radcliffe.
Yep. And we will not discuss the creepy part.
Yeah, despite the fact that he was. Like,
No, we will
10.
not discuss that.
I think that we
Not
should.
not discuss. No.
Yeah.
Leave a
Joel,
comment
bad.
if you're anti-pedophilia.
Bad-
No,
bad,
leave a comment if you're
Joel!
pedophilia. I wanna
Joel!
know.
Right, we're just not gonna discuss it.
Oh, I hate being
Hands-
responsible. Yeah. I'll just give a big, yeah, nah. Bad Joel. So,
I'm telling people to hate pedophilia.
stop saying the word! Okay. I will go on with the theory. So, any Potter fan would remember how unkind the Dursleys are to Harry. They like lock him in a cupboard and they're like, "Stay there," and like they make him cook food and all that. And like they love like that big fat son more.
Ah, the Dursleys are
Yeah.
Willy Wonka's cousins. I
Mm,
see it all now.
Yeah, that's definitely the theory.
Inside Merlin's imagination. Or Merlin.
There's have you all seen the last of the Harry Potter, right? Where it turns out Harry is one of Voldemort's Horcruxes.
Yeah.
Well, there's a theory that the aunt, uncle, and the cousin were so awful to him because they knew that Harry was one of the Horcruxes. Oh, actually, no. It says though the theory that I take that back. They didn't know. It's just the Horcrux. It negatively impacts their surroundings. So like,
So like
When
bad
Har-
vibes.
Because he was like the horror crux, it made them
Feel threatened.
Feel-
yeah, like say example when remember when Ron carried a Horcrux and he was all angry and he was like, "Oh, you fancy Hermione? Fuck you!" and like left. Like the Horcruxes when you hold
It-
them.
It's
it
just because he's
affects-
ginger.
Yeah.
It's the Horcruxes when you hold them, they make you all like mean. So this person is saying that the Dursleys were mean to Harry because of he was a Horcrux.
Yeah, but like, why does that not happen to everyone?
I was gonna say that that's a stupid theory
Why is
because
it not happening to everyone else around him?
that's just inconsistent.
and we've seen we've seen the backstories of like Harry's mum and what do you call it? Her sister, the aunt was there, and she was a little bitch then
Was
as
he,
well.
was he
but-
always a Horcrux though, from like when he was born?
No, it was when Voldemort tries to kill him. But
Yeah.
then he's like saved with the power of love.
Yeah, the power of love is like and then Scar and then Horcrux but Aunt Petunia, she was horrible to her sister, and when she found out that her sister had magic, she wrote a letter to Dumbledore saying, "I want to go to Hogwarts as well, even though I don't have magic." And then what's the Dumbledore said,
No.
"Nah, fuck you," and I'm like, yeah. So that was a bad theory. Whoever made that, I'm coming for you. That was shit.
Oh.
Next theory is
Well, compared with the others, it's not really that much of a low.
yeah. Next theory is about Home Alone, and this is the one I actually did read because I'm like, oh, I like Home Alone. It's a good movie.
Yeah, like watch it every Christmas.
So have you heard of the movie Saw?
Yes.
So there's a theory that Home Alone is
That's the
Home Alone
story.
is Jigsaw's origin story.
Oh my days.
So the person that made all those like games and Saw like with the puppet and all, there's
It's
theory that
Macaulay
that is
Culkin.
Kevin.
It's
That's
Macaulay Culkin.
yep, Macaulay Culkin. That's Kevin. Kevin
It's Saw.
like got all like worked up and like setting traps for all the bad guys and all. When he
Instead of-
grew up, he decided, oh, I'm gonna do this for fun. I'm gonna kill people. With
I'm gonna start setting booby traps and killing people instead of
yeah.
keeping my house safe.
So
It's
Home
like-
Alone's a prequel to Saw. So
Is
like-
Kevin's brother Fuller? His actor is in Succession, so does he go on to play?
So what are your thoughts on this? Like,
yes.
yeah,
yeah, I really want to believe it.
yeah, me too. I'd like to believe that as well. But like,
I don't know much about the Saw lore, but I know enough to
But,
think like that's
you know,
gotta be true.
with these theories, like I'd also like to believe that the Guardians of the Galaxy are running to Han Solo or something at some point, but that's not gonna happen. So Disney make it happen. So the next theory, Wizard of Oz. Yeah, it's an old film. It's black and white and it's colorful, and you're like, whoa.
What's the theory, Connor?
yeah, just move on. We know.
Oh, okay, okay. The theory is, what if Dorothy's time in Oz wasn't a dream, but an alternate reality? So the fact that every major figure Dorothy meets in Oz has a counterpart in her real life from Kansas. One wild theory suggests that Dorothy also has a parallel counterpart in the reality, and it's none other than the Wicked Witch of the East.
Well, I think that in the books of the Wizard of Oz, I haven't read them because I'm not 7, but I think that it isn't a dream in the books.
I never thought it was a dream. I always thought it was an alternate reality. But
yeah, like,
it also
just seems
says
like they're just telling you the story.
it also says just like think about how we never see the face of the Wicked Witch of the East before she conveniently gets crushed by Dorothy's house, and how strangely the only thing we know about her is that she and Dorothy have the same shoe size. Coincidence? I think not.
Oh, so Dorothy
same
is
shoe
the
size.
witch.
Must be the same person.
But like, wasn't the Wicked Witch of the East in the regular world before? Like, didn't she try to steal Toto or whatever?
is
Like-
this basically like Cinderella is Dorothy, who is the Wicked Witch?
The dog ran off. or
Yeah,
something.
I haven't
and then
seen
the
that
Wicked
movie.
Witch
in
of
a
the
I'm
while.
West.
not
Got her.
too sure
I mean,
about
him.
this one.
No, this one's a bit.
No, I like it because like what do you think is more real, the black and white real world, or the colorful world, which like of course colors exist. So then, I would rather believe the color world exists as well than the black and white one.
So Joel, what you're saying is this magical land in Oz, of all this crazy shit. That's the real one because it's in color. But the
colour-
regular world is not because it's black and white.
Have you ever been colorblind? I haven't, so like.
Oh, my
it's gotta
dad is, and
exist.
he's like, "Oh yeah, Connor, you're like white and black at the same time," and I'm like, "Oh, you're pink. You're a girl."
Oh, I'm sorry, but your dad doesn't exist.
Oh,
Your dad's the wicked witch of the east.
that's an Adam McGee joke.
Oh yeah, yeah. Funny fact: Adam McGee was supposed to be here, not Joel. Sorry, Joel, but he didn't. He couldn't come.
No,
So now I can just
he
say,
could have come. He just didn't turn up.
yeah. So Adam McGee, if you're watching this, your dad's not because he's away.
Oh.
You don't know your dad.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's mean.
Okay.
Next theory. Ooh, we're going a bit through this quite fast. So it's about Back to the Future.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's about this kid called Marty, and he finds his he's friends with an old man, and it's a relationship it's really nice, and they find a DeLorean. Well, he builds a DeLorean, go through time, blah blah blah. So you've both seen Back to the Future, right?
Yeah.
So you ever wonder why in one scene Doc Brown, after talking about his inventions never working, he puts himself in the path of a speeding DeLorean so that he can test the time machine invention in the parking lot? Well, some fans believe that Doc had no sorry.
I keep on just like when I realize what's happening, I just couldn't help but laugh.
Right. Well, some fans believe that Doc had no confidence that his invention would work. He thought, time machine, that's not going to work. And that he just wanted to test it so he could run himself over with the car because he's apparently really depressed as his feelers as an adventurer. And he wanted to kill himself, but not look like he killed himself. Pretend he's doing an invention, in a crazy way. And have Marty film it. So...
Yeah, but he's gonna take Marty along to die with him as well. Like, remember that Marty tries to move along and then he brings him into the.
If that's
Into the
true,
car.
then he's insane. He's even more crazy than I thought.
And even more, he stole what's the chemical thing, the plutonium, from the Islamic State or whatever it was at the time, the terrorists.
yes,
The
yes.
terrorists. So then that's another reason why he would want to die. Do it yourself before they do it.
True.
That's why you wear a bulletproof vest
But
beforehand.
also in the past, he was like,
Well, a bulletproof vest is not going to help you with a car crash.
but also in the past, sure, in the past and all, he was all like, "Oh, I don't want to know what happens. I'm fine if I have to die." Blah blah blah. But he probably had that good 30 years to think, "Oh, I actually made a time machine. I'm actually pretty clever. Maybe I should not die."
Well, okay, he had the dream of the flux capacitor in 1955, and then in 1985 he finally made it. So then, going through around 30 years of making the flux capacitor, going through several tests, I would say that he is actually probably confident that this is going to work. He is a mad scientist after all.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why he wants to kill himself.
And the large sound speaker that Marty used at the start of the movie, it worked, and he's got a remote control car. It worked. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he became more competent in his machines over time.
Yeah, true. I prefer
Science.
Doctor Who, but yeah. So that's the end of
Theories.
film theories. Yeah.
And
Let's find a
cut.
round of applause. That's a laughing one. Yeah.
What's
That's
the
very
next topic?
unenthusiastic.
Is that the end of it? Or is
That's
there
the end of the
film theories?
film theories. We still have more. You can't leave yet. Sorry, Joel, you're stuck with us. I know we're holding you at gunpoint,
Please,
but
let me
go. So next, we're going on to weird facts, not opinions, not statistics, facts. So if you didn't know, because I know I'm so much smarter than you two, facts are things that are true.
Wow.
So Here you go.
Fun fact.
Weird
Well,
fact.
that's just an opinion.
Weird fact. Avocados are not fruit. Or no, avocados are fruit, not a vegetable.
Yeah, I thought that.
I always thought it was a dick.
Apparently it tastes like that.
Like dick? Oh. Is that why they send them as the wee emojis? Like,
You're thinking of aubergines.
That's an eggplant.
was it aubergine or eggplant?
Aubergine and
eggplant
eggplant,
is
same
American.
thing.
Aubergine is like Europe.
Good, because I hate America. I don't. I love
Leave a comment
America.
if you hate America.
USA, USA.
Yeah, no,
So-
apparently it tastes like penis.
They're technically considered a single-seeded berry.
Berry.
Yeah, it's a berry apparently. I don't even know what it looks like, but
You know what guacamole is?
it's like sauce, isn't it?
They're made out of avocados,
Oh,
It's kind of like a weird sized kiwi.
but it's like mushy.
I love.
Like I don't know how
kiwis.
it's a berry. That's why I'm confused.
I think that berries are like things with like all the seeds inside of it.
Oh, I want a kiwi. But yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah. Okay.
next fact, some of you might know this if you watched the hit TV show The Crown. Queen Elizabeth II was a trained mechanic. When she was 16, the Queen joined the British Employment Agency at the Labour Exchange and learned the basics of truck repairs. Apparently, she can repair tires and repair engines. Is there anything the Queen can't do?
Nothing.
Live.
She's dead.
Alright, even more on this. This is another true fact. The Queen in like the 2000s, I think it was. She had to meet with some president or whatever from the Middle East where they weren't allowed to have women drivers. And then she got into the driving seat and said that she never driven a car before. And he was absolutely petrified of the experience.
Oh, that's amazing. She's very cheeky. Was. Anyway,
Oh.
ketchup was once sold as medicine.
Medicine.
Yeah, medicine. The condiment was prescribed and sold to people suffering with indigestion back in 1834.
What do you think that like helped with it?
Well, like
Vinegar?
nearly everything like with food somehow is a medicine. Like,
But do you think that they'd give it as like a placebo or something, or it was just like mainly that could actually help?
I don't know.
Yes. So
Get indigestion, drink ketchup, see what happens. Like, yeah. Everyone watching that, just follow my advice and yeah.
Yeah,
there is probably
indigestion.
something about like something in tomatoes or whatever
Probably, yeah.
that does it.
Or
Mm.
something like with the seeds or something. Well, they're not the ketchup, so
Um.
we'll figure it out.
So, did you know that weird fact? You can't hum if you hold your nose. I almost said cum there. I thought I said cum, but well, first we'll try
Well,
the
let me
humming
test
thing.
this out first.
Yeah. Humans are not the only animal. Or no, humans are the only animal that blush. Apparently, we're the only animals that experience embarrassment too. This is because it's a complex emotion that involves understanding of other people's opinions. I'm going to call bullshit on that. What do you think?
I swear, like dogs can be embarrassed at certain
Yeah.
things.
Like, if a dog's at your slipper and you're like, what did you do? The dog's like, oh,
Well, that's more of like a guilt than an embarrassment.
oh, I suppose. Yeah.
It's like,
Animals are evolving. I can tell you that. So there's got to be some sort of animal that can feel embarrassed now. Because like, when do you think that like has been said?
Like, what about monkey? Because, like, monkey,
Orangutan.
like, is as smart as us. So, like, wouldn't monkey be, like, really embarrassed? Like, what?
Yes,
Well,
monkey.
Monkey?
I think that monkeys just don't really care.
That's why they throw shit at you.
Yeah, I think that they just don't really care.
I was gonna say something, but I can't say it.
Do it. Do it.
Nah,
Say it.
nah. This is a
Say it.
Christian channel, but yeah, no. I feel like would be some animals like, sure, if you were a bird and like you like were picking up your egg from the nest, but you accidentally picked up a different egg from a different nest, wouldn't you be like really embarrassed? You'd be like, oh, I picked my kids up in the wrong
I
place.
don't think they're smart enough to know that.
Okay, now that I think of it, I kind of agree with it, because like if if my dog does something embarrassing or weird, it won't run away into a different room thinking, "Oh, I've embarrassed myself now. I must hide my face." Like it doesn't leave it. It just kind of goes like, "Oh, that was a bit dumb."
Mm.
I don't think we're the only people that can get embarrassed. Like, I think animals do have feelings that like are similar to.
Yeah, not to mention it
It's
doesn't
just
have to be from this
Like,
planet. Like,
there's no saying that like their emotions are shown in a different way to how we
Yeah,
would.
that's true then.
yeah, doesn't have to be from this planet because like I believe there's different races of like
Aliens.
beings and planets, and they're probably like just as complex as us. So they'll be like, "Oh, I blew up a planet. Oh, I'm embarrassed." Like, yeah,
What does an animal really have that much to be embarrassed about? Because maybe it's just because humans have such complex social systems.
true.
Like, maybe it's like a specific type of embarrassment. I would believe that, but maybe like the
It's-
shame.
It's just
So of embarrassment, I would
something we
say,
can't
like, all
figure out.
animals do that.
Just
Well, I
why.
mean, birds should feel embarrassed. They're like shit everywhere when they're flying. So like they should be like, "Oh, I just shit in someone." Fuck.
Yeah, and they just like sing about how much they're horny and all.
Yeah. Is that what their songs are? Is it?
Yeah, that's why they
They're-
tweet all the time.
they're-
Apparently, it's like a
it's
mating
a
call.
mating call, yeah.
Fuck me, fuck me.
That's why you're like, oh, the birds are cheeping in the morning. No, they're just asking for someone to
Wait,
fuck
that
them.
changes like the opening of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs so much.
They're calling for their birds saying they're ready for the sex.
Right. Next one, last one, for this topic. The probability of blue lobsters existing is actually 1 in 2 million. Bright blue lobsters are so colored because of a genetic abnormality that causes them to produce more of a certain protein than others. I didn't know blue lobsters were a thing. Did you? Like,
I think I've seen about it, but like, not really. No.
This reminds me of the fact that there was once a family in Kentucky. I think it was like 1700s, and they were blue skinned because of incest.
Wait. What the?
And there's actually like another blue guy exists. Like right now, I do not remember how. Like he put something on his skin, and like he actually has blue skin now, and like you could look it up on YouTube. I do not remember the name or anything, but just look up blue skin guy.
there's only one Smurfette, and they're all blue. The Smurfs aren't. There's
Yeah.
only one Smurfette. Oh,
Adrian.
Adrian, Rocky. Right.
That's a fun fact from Joel right there.
Yeah. Okay, next topic. Confessions. So confessions is like a confession.
Yeah.
And basically
I confess I have blue skin. I was incest.
Ah no, Joe! No! Oh,
Avatar.
no! Yo! Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, if I think of any more blue people, I will literally interrupt what I'm talking about to point it out. But
I will end all human beings.
yeah.
We didn't even talk about the lobsters. We just
Yeah,
went
just
into the
about
incest.
yeah. So confessions. So, if you know what Reddit is, Adam and
yeah.
I obviously do because we've been
Yeah.
using Reddit for the last 2 podcasts, and
good.
you stated that you do.
I have.
look at some-
I did have Reddit, but then I deleted it because nothing was funny on it anymore.
Yeah.
Especially
Oh, believe me, I
You
found
need,
some.
you need to get on the good communities out there.
there was. I remember that OK Buddy Retard was the go-to good community, but then PewDiePie went on it, and then like
Well, it's a good alternative for Pornhub at the end of the day, like. But basically, this is in Reddit r/confessions. So people telling stories about what they have done, and our good friend Ryan, who's in Iceland at the moment, he has he's just copied and pasted some stuff from his Reddit thing. And so I'm going to read them out, and then we'll discuss each story after I've done it.
Okay.
And then that's the last topic, and then we can fuck
Sounds
off.
good.
Yeah. So,
So you're saying that you'll set me free?
yes, I will.
Thank you.
So, here's a story. I caused a random classmate of mine to fail one of their classes for my own benefit in 7th grade. When I was in my second year of middle school, aka 7th grade, I had an elective with this elderly computer teacher, Miss Sani. She often assigned us a lot of homework and made our entire class directed towards key placement and immaculate posture techniques. One day, she instructed everyone in my block to turn into the study guides she had assigned to us a few days prior. Though I hadn't the faintest idea what she was talking about, when I started to dig for it in my backpack, though I pulled out a crumpled piece of paper, filled to the brim with unanswered questions, I had begun to freak out. Due to a recent test I managed to forget to study for and flunk, my grades were already less than perfect. I was, needless to say, horrible with computers. The one thing I was good at, though, was cheating. Oh, I got a golden Naruto here. First I went over to Miss Sani's desk, with all the other students, by the way, and placed my unfinished study guide face down on the slow pile forming on her desk. Then I made it halfway back to my desk before signalling an "oh" and walked back to the table, slipping a random piece from the middle of the pile in my hand. I made a slight mention of "forgot to sign my name" as I quickly placed the finished paper down on my desk. Using a pencil of mine to erase the already written name, one of my classmates, from the top corner of the page, I then to prevent the name from showing whatsoever, I quickly printed a solid rectangular box over the erased corner, then erased that so that it was all visible. All that was visible was a light grey pencil box. Over said box, I wrote my name. Then I slipped the paper near the top of Miss Sani's pile, as to ensure that the kid who had actually completed the study guide didn't happen to see their paper with my name on it. Then I headed back to the desk and continued with the rest of the class. The 100 greatly increased my grade, but you could not even begin to imagine the guilt I felt as I watched my classmate gasp at the 0 as they were called to the front of the room to identify the/my paper, which didn't have any sort of name on it. Eventually we changed electives again, and I no longer had Miss Sani. Oddly enough, though, I didn't see my classmate whose paper had gifted me 100%, and so, out of confusion, I asked one of the kids from the old class where said kid was. They failed the class by 1 point, and were then currently being forced to repeat the class, which resulted in them having to attend summer school, because them failing Miss Sani's class had resulted in them missing an entire stretch of electives. The horrible guilt I so righteously deserved still visits me every once in a while.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but that sounds a
Like,
bit over the top. But
7th grade for us is like year 9.
yeah,
Nothing matters in year 9.
no. So like, you wouldn't get asked to repeat the class. I got about 1,000 U's. Like,
There's hardly any tests in your line.
yeah,
to be honest, this kind of sounds like early computing days from the story. So like kind of 90s. Or
yeah,
late 80s.
it could be. But why
So
would
then-
like a 30-year-old be like, "Oh, I feel so guilty"?
No, but I mean, like, they're probably like saying like about like how they were guilty about like back then.
Aye, true.
Yeah, well,
But it could be from like any sort of like different country or something. So like something about
I like more stricter places.
Yeah, no, it could be.
like
Well,
you'd have to
by
have to get
7th
good-
grade,
you'd have
I
to
think
get
it would
good
be
grades to
America.
go up to the next grade still to stay in the actual
Yeah.
school.
I'm actually really glad here that you could just repeat an exam and then
Yeah.
like instead of going to summer school.
But I think that's a bit too strict.
Yeah,
To be doing something like that. Just because
Although-
you feel like your grades are low, then you have to affect someone else's grades.
a name like Miss Sani, like it sounds pretty strict, like.
Miss
But
Sani is a fanny.
Well, the thing is, The thing is, like, even when I knew I was not going to pass the class, like, I just went in and did it anyway. For example, like, I did digital tech for GCSEs, and like, our teacher was horrible, never taught us anything. And when the exam came, I thought, like, okay, oh no, this is business, yeah. We had like a technical computer side to business class. I knew I was going to fail it, so then everyone was up at the printer because we had to print all of our Excel and stuff off. And no one really knew what page was there, so then I knew I was going to fail the class anyway, just take whatever one's there. I knew it wasn't mine, so I could have probably made someone lose their class. No, but they would have just printed it again if they cared so much.
Yeah. We're back and ready to continue what we were talking about. So, what were we talking about? Oh yeah,
Back on
Martin
the-
Luther King. I had a dream.
Back on the story, so
Yep. So, the next story after the one I just read is called "I Broke a Guy's Jaw in School and I'm Getting Suspended." For context, I am 14 years old, but 15 in 4 months, and this happened today. One of my close friends had been suffering from racist abuse from the rich family at my school.
So
He actually said school, like school, like Cartman. This happened a lot with this kid, yet I believe that his parents were most likely donate a lot to my school. So therefore, this rich kid, who I'll call James, gets away with shit like this all the time. But this time it was not. It was one of my close friends, which really pissed me off. I decided that if the school could not serve James the correct punishment, I would take it into my own hands. I am quite big for my age. I am 6'1" and 90 kilograms in weight. I go to the gym every day, and I'm the captain of the rugby team at my school.
Okay, this isn't real. That's too much of a brag. Like,
Therefore, I was confident that I could beat James in a fight. Who in a fight? Where did I go?
Bottom line.
In a fight, who is James is slightly obese and about 5'9". A week goes by since the incident of him shouting racial abuse to my friend. And it had occurred with no punishment, and no punishment was given at all. As well as the fact that the abuse had also simply gotten worse. I decided next time that I saw James, I would ask him to fight me at the end of school. He agrees mockingly and almost does not turn up. Until I message him asking where he is. He arrives and I tell him to take this seriously, as I was not going to hold back. He throws the first punch and hits me in the shoulder. It was weak and didn't hurt. I laughed at him. Ha ha ha.
this is like an anime battle.
And moved towards him. I threw a punch which caught him in the chin, sending his head spinning and his fat body to the ground, and I said, or. I was shocked at what I had done and quickly made my way. Apparently when he woke up, he started crying. Wah! And had to go to A&E.
And then everyone clapped.
Yep. Anyway, A and E. I was called J-Tot. To the principal's office. This guy has bad grammar, that's me talking. The next morning, where I was promptly told I was suspended for 2 weeks, and I just got picked up. Hold up, so you just got picked up, you're in your car, you're getting told up.
Suspension for breaking a guy's jaw.
You just got picked up and you have time to write a bloody Reddit story. But yeah, 2 week suspension for breaking a guy's jaw.
But like, fair enough to like the guy deserved to be like punched for like basically saying like racial slurs and that.
Mm-hmm.
I would
But,
say
like,
that he would
I-
have deserved to be punched if he was real. But I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I think
Jules
this story
and
has been
Niall.
this story has been extended to the point where like it's not believable, but like, you know, like he probably didn't even break his jaw on the win or anything.
Yeah, we're like,
Knowing anything, he was probably the one that got punched.
yeah.
This kind of sounds like a Reddit 15-year-old. Oh no, wait, no, is it 15 or 14? I'm sorry, I don't want to like
Doesn't-
I don't want
matter.
to get a broken jaw from this guy.
I just imagine, like, have you heard of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Yes.
Where, like, they're speaking like that, where it's like, ho, na sanni deelbo. That's not racist.
Ming
Um,
chilling.
no! That is racist. Date bayo. So, anyway, is there any more you want to talk about this story
No.
then? Or? No, next story.
Well, wait, sorry. One thing. So, you well, in my school, you would get like 2 weeks suspension for nothing. Like one of my friends brought in a stick into school and got suspended.
I'm just like it is surprising. Like if you broke someone's jaw, realistically, you get expelled.
Yeah,
Or something.
yeah.
But 2 weeks suspension, that's like right. It's too easy let off.
Hmm.
The fact that the kid had to go to A&E and he's just getting let off with like a suspension.
I mean, there was a kid in my school that like broke people's jaws, and he never even got in trouble. Actually, I don't think the teachers found out, and he threatened to break my jaw because everything alright? He threatened to break my jaw because I was making fun of him because he was flirting with a lesbian who 5 times said,
What'd you
"Oh,
call it,
I'm
like,
not
Chasing
interested.
Mary or whatever?
I'm not interested in guys." And he's like, "Oh, but you'll be interested in me." I was like, "You're a fucking idiot." And then he's like, "I'll break your jaw." I was like, "Okay." And then I walked away.
That does
Is that
actually
that
remind
guy
me.
that you said that has like a name like Bum or something?
No, that's someone else. This guy's called AJ.
I do actually remember one fight that happened in high school. It was like with people in my year. I did not know the full context, so then I remember after this happened, I was thinking like testosterone and its consequences. But what actually happened? What's a good name that I could call him? Let's call him
Andrew.
Ryan because he left, and yeah,
Yep.
Andrew. So Ryan, like intentionally was feeling up this girl's boobs. So then Andrew thought like that's out of the question, so he said he was going to fight him.
White Knight.
He did. That's actually basically it. Yeah, that's how every fight should actually go. It's really hard
It's
to
just
make this.
fight and then that's it.
Oh,
But the thing was, apparently he got like a black eye and all from it. But I do not remember. It's really fuzzy in my memory.
Oh, back in Lagan, there was like a crowd of people like cheering and chanting. And I was like, "Oh, is there a fight going on?" So like I go to the front to see what's going on. It's 2 year 8s having a Fortnite dance off. This was back when Fortnite was huge, and because of this, letters were written to parents like saying Fortnite is this game Fortnite is like teaching kids to do inappropriate things in school. It's like,
That's
what? I was like,
Is
what
that
the hell?
inappropriate?
Yeah, like the teachers had to break it up, and I was like, they're just dancing. That's what you do. Yeah. So
Also, sorry, I just want to say the thing that made me really believe that's not true is the fact that he decided to say what his weight is
yeah,
and what height he is.
he's
And
the
then he's
captain of the rugby team.
Yeah.
Um, so next and last story, written by a girl. So I will do this in the voice of a girl.
Okay.
I left a girl having a seizure, and I was the only one there.
I'm sorry, I said that.
Can you
I
say it in
heard
your normal-
seizure and
can you say it in
there.
your normal voice so we can understand.
I left a girl having a seizure, and I was
good,
the
a girl
only
voice.
one there. So, this girl, let's call her Kate, was dating this guy, Cody. Cody was also my math tutor, and we went to the library after school together. They offered private rooms with 4 chairs and a table. It was out of my league. He was out of my league, sporty, and had money, but he was nice to me, no matter what. Even before he had offered to tutor me, he was always one of the only jocks that was nice to me. At first, the tutoring was exactly that, just tutoring. But then we began talking outside of school, and tensions rose. Tutoring lessons turned into half tutoring, half making out. So one day during class, I'm going to my locker to grab a forgotten book or God knows what, And being that my locker is at the very beginning in the hallway, I can see there's no one else there. Katie exits the classroom into the empty hallway, head in the opposite direction, towards the middle/other end, and stops at her locker. At first, I'm sure I thought something spiteful. Like I did almost every time I saw her. She looked exactly like me, curly hair but nicer, button nose but smaller. She'd gotten her boobs already and had cuter glasses than me. You know, typical middle school blues. I had no control over my self-image, and she began tutoring the knob. As she began turning the knob on her locker, she starts having a seizure. I barely see this out of my professional vision, and as she's dropping to the ground, I duck around the corner. I booked at the class and never looked back. I still don't know if she knows I was in the hallway. She never found out. I made out with her boyfriend and they broke up before high school. She also had a condition that made her have seizures, but she's only ever got a couple a year. I feel really bad about it sometimes, but she was a bully. By the way, this took place in 8th grade.
That'll be year 10 for us then.
Yeah. So she called this girl a bully, yet she made out with her boyfriend and left her to have a seizure.
So realistically, she's the worst.
Yep.
I think that she's projecting. What does this bully do? We have no idea.
She just says that they're a bad person and that's it.
Yeah.
And that all we hear is bad stuff from her. Like, so no, I made out with her boyfriend and left her. To
All
have a
she said
seizure.
was she's a bully. Like, yeah.
Realistically, even if she was a bully, she didn't deserve to get left
No.
there to have a seizure.
No.
Yeah, I should have broken her jaw instead.
Like-
kick him mushes down.
Oh, let me help you. But yeah, no. If you're listening to this girl that wrote this, you're a bitch.
Well said.
Yeah,
Connor, well said.
Like both of them are in the wrong here.
Both
Like,
of them, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's Katie. What did Katie do?
What
How
did
is she a
Katie-
bully? Like, well, I don't know.
Well, if she is a bully,
If she
it's
is,
fine.
yeah,
If she's a
but
bully,
is
she's
she?
in the wrong. If she's not a bully, then why is she not? What did she do?
Also, can I just talk about Cody? Like, apparently his girlfriend looks exactly like the girl that he's having an affair with. He's got a type, doesn't he? Like, bro.
Well,
Also, like the way that she was saying, like button nose but smaller, hair but better, or
just
whatever
saying
it
that
was.
everything was better about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's very much. I don't
She's just
like
jealous.
you. Yeah, I don't like you.
Yeah, it just
That's
sounds
the
like that.
reason.
Yeah.
Like just really insecure.
Is that us?
But anyway, yes, that is us. So, what did you think, Joel, about the podcast?
How did it feel? Being
How did it
on for the
feel?
First time.
I liked spreading my knowledge about blue people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Blue Man Group, they're all incest.
Oh,
Hey! How did you feel first time coming here, Adam?
First time
Yeah.
with you hosting the show.
No, first time ever. I've never seen you
I've
before.
never seen you before. No, it was good. Good experience.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it more than Ryan.
We don't say that to him though.
Yeah.
That stays between me and you, Connor.
Fuck you, Ryan. Yeah.
Between me. Just kidding, love you.
Yeah.
I have no partiality in this.
Yeah. It actually looks like you're handcuffed right now. Like the.
Yes, I know that's why I'm doing.
Ah! Right. Well, we'll have to love you and leave yous because I want out of here. So
We'll see you in the next
See you.
episode.
goodbye.
So which one of you has the key?